The Story of the Creation of the Universe, Episode 2. There was a day on which there was a day. Besides God, there was a universe. And we built the heaven with our power, and indeed, we are its expander. So immediately the small shining green sphere became the origin of creation. Now the initial tiny universe began gradually growing larger and larger. And as it grew, transformations and changes occurred within it. Now, 18,250,000,000 years have passed since the creation of the initial small sphere. And billions of kilometers have been added to its volume. Still, this vast present-day universe is but a very, very large example of that primordial universe. After 123,200,000,000 years have passed, the size of this expansive universe is beyond human imagination. And on a smaller scale, the structure of a drop of water resembles that vast universe. And the structure of a small pomegranate sphere is a blueprint copy of a large universe. And this large sphere resembles a small pomegranate sphere. Have you seen the growth and development of a pomegranate? First, a small sphere appears, the size of a pea. Then it becomes larger and larger. And a big sphere forms. Inside it, clusters of shining round seeds grow, not unlike the early galaxies in that initial universe. You think this comparison is inaccurate? But truly, this tiny pomegranate world is a similar example of the vast universe. Even a fig, which is itself a sphere and contains hundreds of small inner spheres, can serve as a model for your cosmological studies. And God made the general laws of the universe alike. From the creation of the initial small matter and its filament-like expansion to the last known filamentary particle of quark, they all follow a unified method in creation. The expansion of the universe from the small primordial matter is like the inner growth of a small pomegranate sphere. A pomegranate grows its small world using materials from the outside. But the first small matter of the universe did not and does not consume anything from outside. Constantly, from the center of the small matter, substances are brought into being, feeding it and making it grow. And this is nothing but the command of God, who said, "Be, and it is," always boiling, and it instantly began to boil. Even today, after about 123,200,000,000 years, that same creative and generative boiling continues at the center of the universe. Every time you look at the star-filled sky, millions of kilometers are added to the universe's volume. Galaxies are moving away from the center of the universe as if sparks and flares of an explosion are scattering in every direction. Existence was in fact born with repulsion, with opening, expansion, and continuous enlargement at every moment. Is it possible for the universe to expand at such a rate without an increase in its matter and energy? With this in mind, is the expansion of the universe balloon-like and simply inflationary? If the universe's matter and energy remain constant despite this volume increase, the universe would become hollow and empty in a short time. Contrary to the proposed theories, the universe's expansion is not inflationary. Rather, the universe feeds from the original gushing spring of Kun Fayakun. And expands through repulsion force in a filamentary system. The force of repulsion emerged with the initial matter and has existed ever since, and it will continue forever in the eternal expansion of the universe. But what causes all this motion and astonishing expansion of the universe? Newton's law of gravity and the tail of the falling apple is actually a reversed interpretation of the obvious and clear reality of repulsive force. In truth, what exists in the universe is solely repulsion, thrust, and pressure. Everything moves apart as a result of repulsion, thrust, and pressure. And the universe continues its wondrous movement and expansion through the release of high-pressure energy and materials erupting outward from its center. Cosmic curvature and black holes are also formed by repulsion and pressure from the center. Curvature occurs due to central repulsion and pressure and because of the limited boundaries of the universe. Black holes are like whirlpools in rivers or ocean eddies. They swallow from the side where cosmic repulsion and energy pressure are higher, and they expel from the side where space energy pressure is lower. By the star when it vanishes. By the heaven and by the dark comer. And what explanation will make you understand what the dark comer is? It is the star that pierces through the void. By the heaven that has a revolving hole within it. When the pomegranate is seen as the size of a pea, it is solid and full, with no space inside. Then cracks form within it. Gradually, clusters of ruby-like seeds are formed. The initial small sphere followed exactly this pattern. Cracks formed inside it. And then clusters of celestial bodies emerged. These were the early galaxies in that initial universe. The pomegranate has a shell and a content. The initial universe also had a shell called Sama, the heaven, and a content called Ard. Here, Ard and Sama do not refer to our current earth and sky. Please expand your thinking. Envision a scope far beyond the borders of our own planet Earth. We know that Earth itself was created relatively recently. He is the one who created for you all that is on the earth. And despite all its wonders and the beautiful landscapes created within it, its age is no more than 6 billion years, and it is a tiny speck in this vast universe. And this number is minuscule compared to the age of the universe. A universe that is now 12.5 billion years old. A universe that has undergone 6 Big Bangs. And upon it, 7 heavens have been established. The first heaven, the second heaven, the third heaven, the fourth heaven, the fifth heaven, the sixth heaven, the seventh heaven, and he directed himself to the heaven and made them 7 heavens, and he is all-knowing of everything. Today, in our common language, we speak of 7 heavens. But the initial universe, before the first Big Bang, had no more than 1 heaven. End of part 2.